That was a nice little show around Maboneng district.
Yeah, man. And there is so much to do there. You've got to soak up every opportunity, explore your own hood, and let us know what you love about it. Now, our regular creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush, is back. She joins us in studio to share some insights on something that is vitally important to not just children, but for our parents as well. How much sleep should you be getting? That's our topic for this week's parenting discussion.
While all individuals need plenty of sleep to rest and recharge their batteries, recent research shows that sleep is especially important for children as it directly impacts their mental and physical development as the brain transfers skills, facts and ideas acquired throughout the day in long-term memory. Now joining us this morning to tell us more about the importance of sleep is our regular creative parenting expert, Nikki Bush. Nikki, lovely to have you back with us.
Thank you, Ewan.
Sleep, sleep, especially, you know it, with us with the early morning hours, we get little sleep and then throw in 2 kids on top of that. You can just imagine.
You are definitely part of the Sleepless Nights Club.
Exactly. But it's not about us, it's about the kids and why it's important. So, you know, the importance of getting enough sleep. Why is it so important for a young child to really get enough sleep?
And the interesting thing is that we place so much importance on education and learning, and we spend a lot of money on it for our children, and then we sabotage it by not making sure that they get enough sleep. Because acquiring information through the learning process is one thing, but being able to store it in the long-term memory for future use is an entirely different process. And a lot of that happens when a child sleeps.
I see. Simple as that. So you must make sure that your child sleeps enough. So on that topic, how much sleep is enough? How much sleep should children be getting? Because we know that sleep kind of, your sleep needs become less as you get older.
They do, but actually not as... they don't reduce as much as we think they do.
Okay.
So under the age of 3, you're looking at about 14 hours of sleep a day.
Wow.
Under the age of 6, you're looking at about 13 hours of sleep a day. This is according to the US National Sleep Foundation. And then in primary school, children should be getting about 11 hours of sleep a day. And in the teenage years, 8 to 9 hours. Now, as adults, we should be getting 8 hours. I don't know many adults who are getting 8 hours.
Yes.
And I think this is obviously a function of the kind of stressed lives that we live, and also that we're packing so much into our children's days and add technology into the mix on top of that. And we're finding, and teachers tell me this every day, that they are seeing children come into class at 8 o'clock in the morning who are exhausted after a good night's sleep.
Night's sleep. Yeah, I see. Now, it brings you also to the point where, especially when you're dealing with young children, I mean, the sleeping during the day could be even, you know, maybe in primary school when you take that afternoon nap. Is that still important? Is that important for youngsters?
Well, for youngsters, it's very important. So especially in those preschool years, is to have that afternoon nap where our children can consolidate some of that learning. So the first 45 minutes is that light sleep, and that's the rapid eye movement sleep. So if a child has been learning how to ride a bicycle, what their brain does while they're sleeping is replaying that movement. So they are wiring and myelinating that neurological pathway in the brain. If they get beyond 45 minutes, they go into that slow wave deep sleep. So if they were learning maths, for example, and equations, their brain will start processing that and deciding where to file it so that your child can access it for long-term use as well. So there's a lot of filing and tidying up and processing that happens in the brain. And this is important. Our children need time to figure out what happened in the day. And the brain is a remarkable organ. It's cleverer than we are. And sometimes, well, in fact, not sometimes, every day through sleep, we need to give the brain the advantage of actually taking over.
That is incredible. And I mean, you can extend that to adults, grown up as well, learning a new skill. Go sleep afterwards.
Well, you know, when I've written a couple of books, and books are tricky things to write. You know, you're sitting with hundreds of thousands of words, you've got to make sense of them. And sometimes you need to sleep on it and put out, if you're battling with something, put out the question and listen for the answer in the morning.
I see. You see, that's where the saying comes from. I'll sleep on it. I'll
That's
sleep
right.
on it. All right. Well, we're going to continue talking about this subject, the importance of sleep when it comes to your children, a little bit later on this morning.